to the ground, get back up, run the waist, just be great, just be great. Welcome, guys. Come it out. Welcome. All right, so this is the second annual Black History presentation at the extraordinary Euclid Central School. So before we get started, I want to play a little bit. I want one teacher up here. I want one teacher. I want one administrator. Have a little bit. Have it out. Here we go. Now we're going to do the snake. We're going to do the snake. We're going to start with the right. To the right, A. And 5, 6, 7. Do the snake. Do the snake. Do the snake. Do the snake. Take it to the front. All right, give a round of applause, guys. Give a round of applause. Today, we're going to take you on a journey. I want your full participation. Because this is about your story and human story. If you're ready to learn, say yeah. Say oh yeah. Say I love my life. Say I love my life. Yeah. So when alright. So today, who remembered our assembly last year? Put your hands up. Did you guys enjoy it? Alright, so we're back again. And I say to my wife, I say, babe, something ain't right. I see a car following closely behind me with their headlights off. And before my wife responds, I see bright police lights. So I pull over to the side of the road. I'm feeling tense, and I develop a lump in my throat. And I say to my wife, babe, this happens to me all the time. Just stay calm. So then 2 police officers approach my vehicle. One officer is shining a bright flashlight, and the other officer approaches my side. And I roll my window down only halfway. And he looks at me and he says, you ran that red light. And I respond, no, officer, sir, I did not. And then he says, show me your license. So I reach inside my coat pocket, realizing I left my license and my wallet back at the school that I was teaching at. So I say with deep regret to the officer, I'm sorry, sir, I don't have my license on me or my wallet. And then he says, well, I'm going to need your name, your address, your phone number, your birthday, your social security number, your work address, and your work phone. So as I'm giving him all this information like he asked for, I still feel the bright flashlight shining on my wife and my infant daughter's face. And then the officer says, we will be right back. So we sit waiting. And then the officer reaches into my vehicle and he grabs my jacket and he tries to pull me out of a window that's rolled halfway down. His hands are completely on my jacket, pulling and tugging on me. And then my neck gets caught up in the seatbelt. And my wife is screaming. His seatbelt is choking him. His seatbelt is choking him. And then a flashlight officer runs around the vehicle, pulls out pepper spray, and says to my wife, shut up before I spray you too. So then my wife frantically manages to unbuckle my neck from the seatbelt, and these 2 officers pull me and he places them around my neck and he starts to choke me. I'm spitting, I'm gasping for air, and then he says, you're spitting on me? You're spitting on me. That's assaulting a police officer. So while one officer is choking me, the other officer pulls my arms as tightly as he can behind my back. And the force is so strong I feel something pop in my shoulder. And then I fall to the ground. Now I'm not swinging, I'm just bracing my body for the fall. So I hear my wife screaming as the car pulls off. I don't know where I'm at. Where's the police station? I don't know where to go. And the officer says to her, shut up and get back into the car before I arrest you too. And then we pull off. So now thinking about my family being on an empty road late at night in a dangerous neighborhood. And then the morning comes and my bail is posted. And as I'm walking down the long corridor, I see my family members. My wife. She runs to me and gives me a hug. And I see my father. See my sister and my little brother, and all my family members. As I'm standing in front of this sea of people, I realize one thing. I am loved. Treat me through, way me down. What do you see when you look in the mirror? So when you guys look in the mirror, you guys are all an attractive bunch. But when you look in the mirror, you don't see this physical being. When you look in the mirror, you see your thoughts. You see what type of heart that you have. And sometimes you guys feel unlovable. You guys feel very unlovable. Do you guys know the word that happened to me? It happens to a lot of, not just African Americans, but it's a lot of ethnic minorities, religious minorities. It's a two-part word. The first word starts with an R. The second word starts with a P. And young men, you need to be paying attention and listening to this conversation. What's that word, sweetheart? Stand up, say it loud, say it proud. Come on, shout it, baby. It's called racial, give it up, racial profiling. Give it up, come on now, give it up. It's called racial profiling. Take my self-respect. So that situation didn't make me weak. That situation made me what? Absolutely. It made me stronger. I continued, I got my teacher degree. I taught for 11 years. I've been speaking all across the country. I've had many situations dealing with police officers. What we should do is try to figure out as young people, because you guys have the power with the social media, how to change it. For Tamir Rice, for Michael Brown, for Eric Gardner, for Kim Ball, who was my student that I taught in 2006, 2007, got shot in the head by the cops. He was a young, aspiring hip-hop artist, 21 years old, a baby. He's in the ground, okay? This is not funny, and it's not fair. And I know sometimes you guys laugh because that's the only thing you know how to do. And I know you guys are hurting. I know you guys are in pain, okay? So now I want you to think about how can we solve this problem as young people? Strengthen your character. Do the right thing. I know it's hard, guys, because you guys are young. Do the right thing. And I came up with an acronym called REPS, just to get a rep. And I think I said it last year. REP means the first letter is resilience. Second letter is endurance, making through tough times. Because they say, you know, tough times don't last, but tough people do. So it's resilience, endurance, it's perseverance. And the last one, I needed a lot of when I was your age, is self-control. That means cut it out. Stop it. When you know something is wrong, don't do it. So, again, I told you about your strengths, building your character, learning your history, writing in a journal. And I'm going to end with a quote. So think tall, think proud. You guys are always an amazing audience. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys next year, hopefully. Love it out.
Mr. Morris decided to tell his personal story of racial profiling that happened in 1999, and his story really related to like what's happening now. Like this year, it was just very uplifting, and it made you think a little bit more about where you come from and who you really are and who you think you are. Not trying to listen to what everybody else is saying about you and what everyone else's opinion of you is. So
it was like very touching because it makes you think like this is what's going on now more and more. Like, so that's what I really liked about it. And to know what mask are you wearing, you have to really think and look deep down inside yourself and think, who are you really? Don't portray what everybody else wants you to portray. Just be yourself, because that makes you more comfortable.
I'm a teacher at Central Middle School. I've been teaching for 20 years, and this is by far the best assembly that I have seen, and I've seen a lot of them. He talked about relevant things that students, middle school students, can relate to.
Very poignant, and a message that was directed to the youth of today in terms of thinking about what you stand for, the importance of representing who you are, and being honest, and to not get sucked into the stereotypes and to racial profiling and issues of racial contentions that we have still in our society today.
Stay away from lazy ways, chase away the rainy days. Beat me down to the ground, take my freedom, take my time. Just be off to the ground, get back up, run away, just be great, just be great. Welcome guys, coming out, welcome.